Hello guys, my name's Lloyd from the Ethical Hacking Community on Facebook, and today I'm going to be going through setting up a basic lab using VirtualBox, Metasploitable 2 and Kali Linux. So I just want to say to start off with, this is a beginner level video. This is not for somebody that knows what they're doing. The reason why we're doing this is just to allow you to practice using the tools in the distros safely and within the confines of the law. So I just want to say that anybody that wants to set up a lab at home, this video will be perfect for you. I'm just very briefly going to go over things because obviously the installations are a different subject for a different video. Okay, so let's just jump straight into things. Starting off with VirtualBox, you can see that I've opened a web page here and I've just headed over to VirtualBox. And I'm on the downloads page here. I'm actually using Linux for my home system, so I'm on the actual Linux homepage. But what we can do is, should you have a different distro, or should you have a different operating system, you can just head here and click on one of the links for Windows, OS X, and Linux respectively. Okay, the next thing you're going to need after downloading this is going to be your Kali Linux. So Kali Linux, again, you can just click on the downloads and you just click on download Kali Linux. Again, you can choose from a variety of different ones. Today I'm just going to be using the regular Kali Linux 64-bit, as my operating system is a 64-bit. It's also worth noting that they have a VMware version and a VBox version, which might be worth taking a look into. But I always seem to use this and it seems to work fine for me. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, as well, just nip over to the Metasploitable page, SourceForge download. Okay, and Metasploitable 2 is basically just a quick description there. It's an intentionally vulnerable Linux machine that can be used to conduct security training and test security tools. So what I'm going to do is I will leave the links to all these downloads in the description for you so you can quickly and easily find them. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you the actual files themselves and setting them up. So VirtualBox will just be an exe, or it will be a package that you can just install that you can click on. Okay, so once you've installed that, the first thing you're going to want to do is just open it up. Because I'm actually already set up here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run you through the basics of setting them up. So you won't see any of this here, it'll just be completely empty. You're just going to click New. And what we're going to do is we're going to set up our Kali Linux system first. So you can give it a name such as Kali. And then we need to say that basically it's a Linux system. And you're going to be asked what the distro or version is. It's important to know what this is, it can help. So I know that Kali Linux is a Debian based system. Should you be struggling with any of these identifying what the distro is, you can simply use a search engine just to find out. Okay, so I'm going to click next, and here you're going to assign some RAM. Again, I'm just going to leave this as standard because I've already got one set up, and I will show the settings for that. Okay, and I'm just going to create a virtual hard disk. Again, that's fine. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So now what we're going to say is just dynamically allocated. Okay, it's worth mentioning that having an 8 gig box would be fine, just for testing the tools. However, if you're thinking about expanding the distro with tools that you download from the internet, such as GitHub, it might be worth you creating a larger size for your hard drive. Okay, because it is actually a pain to go back and expand the hard drive once you've already created the distro. Okay, and then the next thing that's going to happen, I'm just going to pull this down here. Okay, just close that up. That's my Buscador system. Okay, so I'm going to open this up, I'm going to go to settings, and I'm just going to go to the system. Okay, so this is where you set up the memory. You can set up more memory if you like. I usually turn mine up to about 4 gigs of RAM. Okay, I'm a processor. I tend to share 4 processors with it. You may only have 2, so depending on where you're at, this can help things run a little bit smoother. Okay, so I'm going to head over to storage, and in the storage this is where we're going to load the virtual ISO, which is the image of the system that we're going to load in. And I've already got a Kali Linux there, so I'm just going to load that in. However, should you need to, you just choose the file from a location. Okay, and then we just simply click OK. That loads those settings in, and what's going to happen is we're going to click on there, and you will see a box open, like so. So what you've got here is you've got a few options. You can actually install it to keep persistence if you're going to install tools, and install it like it was a install on, at home on another machine, or you can just simply run it live. If you're just trying this out for the first time, I encourage you just to try it out live. It saves time. So what we'll do is we will just click on live. Okay, and while that's running in the background, we can get started on getting our Metasploitable 2 machine. So Metasploitable 2 will come in a zip file. I'll show you that very quickly. And if we go to downloads, where yours would be, mine's in documents because I've already moved mine. Oops, where are we? There we are. And then Linux, and yeah, nope, that's the wrong one. That's the one, sorry. Okay, so it's just going to come in a little folder like so here. Okay, so you're going to want to extract that folder, and you're going to be given a file which is called a VMDK. So the VMDK is something that you're going to load in. So again, we're going to click new. We're just going to type in meta for Metasploitable. We know it's a Linux system. I happen to know that this system is actually a Ubuntu system, 64-bit. Again, a good search on a search engine will help you out there if you're struggling. I'm not going to assign much memory to this machine because it's just a victim machine that I'm attacking. And you're going to use an existing virtual hard disk image. Okay, you're going to click that, and we've got the Metasploitable VMDK that we extracted to the file previously. We're going to open that, and now we're going to create. And you can see that we have our Metasploitable machine there. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to need to do is I'm just going to show you how to get both of these machines on off a different network onto the same one. So bear with me a second, and I'll show you why that is important. If we go back to our Kali Linux machine, you can see that if we go into the terminal and type in ifconfig, we're given 10.0.2.15, and should we load up our Metasploitable 2 machine, okay, bear with me. Okay, yeah, okay. Sorry about that, yeah. So sorry, I actually had the machine running in the background. So we'll just load that one up again. And this one should open now. Okay, there we go. Apologies about that, I already had it open in the background. And what's going to happen is, once this loads, just move this out of the way for a sec. You'll be able to see that this one will be in a completely different subnet. So the machines actually won't be able to see each other, which is going to pose a problem when you're practicing in your lab at home. So if you just give this a second and it'll set up. Okay, so we're presented with a login and password once we come on here, so we're just going to use that. And it is MSF admin, and then we just do an ifconfig. We'll see that these two machines actually are using the exact same IP address. That will cause a confliction, they won't be able to see each other. The way that we fix this, very simply, very easily, is just close the machines down. So we'll just close both of these down. And then we'll head back to our manager. We'll click on settings, head over to network, and we want to ensure that they're both on the bridged adapter. Okay? So I'll set a bridged adapter. And again, a bridged adapter. Okay. Now, once you load these up again, just click on live for now. Let these two load, and they will be able to see each other as they'll be on the same subnet. Okay. So I'm just going to load this up, and then also what I'm going to do is I'm just very quickly going to show you something that you can do with the Metasploitable box that allows you to test web apps as well, and we'll wrap up for the day. So just a quick note to say sorry about the video today. It's my first one, so if it's not particularly of great quality as far as the scripting goes and things like that, that's something that I can work on. So again, I'm just going to log into this box. I advise you not to log into the box once you set this up, so you can try and enumerate which is which box, but for the sake of speed today, we're just going to use ifconfig to show you that, look, 192.168.0.10 on this network here now, and on the Kali machine, we're going to use ifconfig just to show that both machines are on the same subnet. Okay, so .11, perfect. So we now can nmap the Metasploitable machine, and we can see that we've got lots of open services, things that we can practice against. And we can also, just as a little extra bonus for you, if you have the IP address of the machine, the Metasploitable machine, you can simply type that into a web browser, which I'm going to do in just a second, like so. Just delete what's in here. Get rid of the last little bit there. 192.168.0. I believe it's 10. Is it 10? Yeah, 10. Okay, you're just going to click 10, and you're going to be presented with these. You've got the damn vulnerable web app, which is quite handy. Okay. So you just log in the same way, MSF admin, MSF admin. So I'm going to wrap that up for today, guys. I hope that's been extremely helpful. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to subscribe and leave a like, I'd very much appreciate that. And until the next one, this has been Lloyd signing off.